Have you ever been completely thrown off by a Sagittarius crush? One minute it's amazing, sparks are flying, and the next, just radio silence. It's especially confusing around a big moment like New Year's. Well, what if I told you the answer isn't in their texts, but in the numbers? That's what we're going to decode right now, so you can finally understand what's really going on. This is the big question, isn't it? You were connecting, everything felt great, and then suddenly, poof, they're gone. It's enough to make you totally overthink everything, wondering what you did wrong. But I want you to take a deep breath, because there's a really fascinating reason for this, and spoiler alert, it probably has nothing to do with you. That's right, I'm telling you, it's not about you, it's about the numbers. The sudden quiet has way less to do with your connection and everything to do with this powerful, unseen influence. We're talking about numerology, and how the specific dates of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are creating this massive emotional shift inside your crush. So how does this all work? Well, in numerology, every single date has its own specific vibe, its own energy that we find by adding up its numbers. And what's so wild is that for the end of 2025 and the start of 2026, those energies are polar opposites. Let's crack this secret code together. Okay, first up, December 31st, 2025. When we do the math, adding up the month, the day, and the year, it all boils down to one single powerful number, the number 7. And trust me, this isn't just a random number. It carries a very specific, very introspective energy. So what does number 7 energy actually feel like? Think of it like a cosmic do not disturb sign hanging on their heart. It's a day for going inward, for deep, quiet thinking, and for hitting the pause button on emotions. It is absolutely not about being social, it's all about soul searching. But then, the clock strikes midnight, and everything flips. For January 1st, 2026, the numerology gives us a completely different vibe, a totally new master number. We get the number 3. And the energy of a number 3 day is the total opposite of a 7. It's all about talking, socializing, and just expressing yourself. It's playful, it's lighthearted, and it absolutely loves a fresh start. You see where this is going, right? So this, right here, is the absolute key. We're looking at an incredible 48-hour transformation. Your Sagittarius crush is literally moving from a state of deep, internal thought to one of open, social communication. It's all because of this numerological shift. They're going from a thinker to a talker. And the contrast is just so clear when you see it like this. On the 31st, they're lost in their own head, just reflecting. But on the 1st, they are ready to connect with the world with a completely different, fun, and open energy. It's like 2 different people in 2 days. So let's get specific. What's actually happening in their mind on New Year's Eve? Well, they're observing you, they're thinking about the connection, but they're just not ready to talk about it. They're trying to figure out how they really feel, and the last thing they want is any kind of pressure. They need space. This is pretty much their inner monologue. They're weighing all the options, trying to see the future. A Sagittarius values their freedom more than anything, so these questions about getting serious, they're a huge deal. They aren't being cold, they're just being really careful with their heart. Listen, if you take away only one thing about that quiet phase, let it be this. Their silence is them processing their feelings, not rejecting yours. That's a huge relief, right? It's just an internal inventory. It's not an external shutdown. And then boom, that number 3 energy hits on January 1st. That heavy, thoughtful mood just lifts. All of a sudden they feel lighter, more optimistic, and they actually get the urge to interact. The guard comes down and they're ready to be expressive and fun again. So seriously, don't be surprised if you get a message just like this one. It might seem super casual, right? But after a full day of deep thinking, this light, simple text is actually a huge sign. It looks small, but the meaning behind it is massive. It's their green light. Okay, so now that we get the why behind their behavior, let's talk about the how. As in, how can you use this knowledge to your advantage? This is your playbook for making a real connection. Just look at this. The data is crystal clear. On December 31st, when they're in that quiet, reflective number 7 energy, the chance of good communication is medium, at best. But on January 1st, with that social, open number 3 energy, the probability becomes high. See? Timing is literally everything. So, here's your strategy. Simple. When you do connect, keep it light and fun. That's how a Sagittarius tests the waters. Avoid those deep, what are we conversations right away. That just feels like pressure. Use humor. It's the language they speak. And most importantly, respect their space. A connection that doesn't feel forced is the one they'll always run towards. All right, let's bring this all together, because understanding these numerological shifts is really about understanding the core of the Sagittarius heart, especially when it comes to love. Here are the most important things to remember. Yes, your crush has feelings for you, but they absolutely refuse to be rushed. They're drawn to partners who get their need for freedom and who just bring joy to the table. This whole New Year's shift is the perfect window of opportunity for you to show them you get it and to start something new on exactly the right foot. And I want to leave you with this final thought. Think of their love like a fire. It's powerful, it's bright, and it's incredibly warm. But what does every fire need to grow stronger? It needs air. It needs space. Give them that room to breathe, and you might just find that fire burns so much brighter for you. Now, isn't that a fascinating way to start the new year?